Hi, and today we will be doing a Get Ready with Me voiceover edition. Get ready as I put on my makeup to get ready to go out for the day. Now, I've already prepped my skin, washed my face, put on moisturizer, sunscreen, and primer. So I am just starting and jumping right into my makeup. I start with my eyebrows. That's the first thing I like to do. So I'm just brushing out my eyebrows to give them some shape. And then I go in with my Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette, I believe. All of the products are in the description. I use the off black or the lightest brown, or not the lightest brown, the darkest brown, to just fill in my eyebrows, and I just take my time and do that. I am using the Juvia's Place Eye Sculpt Eye Shade eyebrow palette. I don't think that they have this anymore. I think it's been discontinued. I have had this since they, I guess, released it whenever that was, and I have made it last. They now have eyebrow pencils that are under the same name, so you can find that on their website. But this actual palette that I'm using is no longer being sold.
Usually I don't post. Usually I don't post, but I want the world
This part does take me some time because I just want to make sure that I'm taking my time and filling in any gaps and just making it look as natural as possible. So I do take some time going back and forth between each eyebrow and just lightly brushing and refilling the powder onto my brush and then going back in. So yeah, this is just my in real time process. And then when I'm satisfied, I go in with my matte concealer and just outline and clean up the bottom and the top of my eyebrow.
What could he do for me?
And once I'm satisfied with the shape of my eyebrows, I go ahead and blend it out.
I can do it all for myself. Want you, but really don't need help. So can you match me? I like luxury. I like fancy things. Shine on my body. Live like royalty. Treat you like a king. If I trust, but you must be worthy of the crown. I'm not just.
And when I'm satisfied, I go back in with my brush and just blend out any harsh lines from my eyebrows. I use my fingertips as well for this, just to make sure everything looks good. Now we're jumping into foundation, and my go-to is always Nars. I always start off with a light reflecting foundation as my base and use a little bit of that. I will stop here, especially during the summer, and if I'm just like doing something basic and I just want to look a little decent but not too glammed up, I will only apply this foundation and nothing else. But for this video, I will be doing a little bit more.
Shine on my body. Live like royalty. Treat you like a king if I trust, but you must be worthy of the crown.
This is a summertime foundation. I really love this foundation and the way how it really does look like skin. It is something that you can throw on by itself and you will look amazing. So like I said, if you are looking for a makeup no makeup look, this will be your go-to.
Every day I'm alive.
Now I'm going in with my Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I use a little bit of this whenever I'm using the light reflecting as my base. I don't need to use much of the Natural Radiant on top, but just to give me some full coverage because that's what we're going for today, I will throw this on. If I'm not going for full coverage and just want to look natural, like I said, I would have stopped at the last foundation, but we want to look a little bit more cute today.
I work too hard, no mind. We come so far away. Covered these scars and diamonds. Every day I'm alive, it's giving looks. Yeah. La 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 la.
Next, I go in with my NYX Pro Fix stick and I am just going to apply this underneath my eyes to do some color correcting as well as just making a little bit of those sleepy eyes disappear. I know they aren't going anywhere anytime soon just because I am super tired from work, but we're going to try to make that a little less noticeable.
Don't prove me wrong, prove you right. My word is bond, we don't spit no lies. A daughter of the sunshine, but every blue moon I come alive at night. I like lace and I like braids, but I love my natural edges laid from the east side, building on the west coast. My high tolerance for pain don't mean I'ma take yo. All them fake followers ain't gon' like your pics. I rep the water bearer sign, but all the elements live rent free in my mind. Moody.
Next, I add the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer on top of that and blend that out. Usually this is my only concealer that I'll use underneath my eyes, but like I said, I am super tired and I just felt that I needed a little more help today.
Oh, you big Moody. I crave love and attention, but I keep everybody at a distance. If I build it, will y'all really come? About all these panties, but I really don't.
I also add a little bit on the top of my eyelids and just blend that out as well.
Love my baby. Some may judge, but Emmanuel is still God within me. Yeah. I don't drink liquor, but it's something about a champagne toast. Still can't swim, but I sure could float. I rip the water bearer sign, but all the elements live rent free in my mind. Yeah. Moody. Moody. Moody.
Now I use my setting powder to just set that a little bit before I continue on. Just want to make sure that my under eye starts to lighten up and look a little bit more decent. Now I'm going in with my NarsSoft Matte Advanced Perfecting Powder, and this will blur out any like it just blurs your face basically. It just makes sure that your texture looks really nice. So it's a nice touch to do after you put on all your product. And this is my holy grail, and I swear by it. So I am just going to be pretty much blurring out everything and putting that all over my face and making sure everything looks good. This is an optional step, but like I said, wanted to be cute today and we're doing some glam. So I am adding a bit of a contour stick to my jawline as well as my cheekbones. I don't really need this, but I add it sometimes and just kind of want to make it a little bit more defined, but I don't put too much because it's not really needed. I do have high cheekbones already, so I am just adding that on there and then just blending it out as well to make it look more natural. Then I go in with my setting powder. I always start underneath the eye to set that again, and then just work my way around my face, making sure I'm getting my jaw and forehead and nose, like all the places I really know that get oily for me. I do have combination skin, so I do get oily in my T zone, so I'm always focused on my T zone, and then just really focused on any place that I have a lot of texture or just feel that I need extra support. But this is my general outline of how I go about setting my face. Once I'm finished and satisfied, I let that sit for a few minutes. It just really depends on, I don't really have a set time. I honestly go and do other things like get dressed or pick out outfits or do my hair. And then I come back to pretty much just press in all of the excess powder before going in with the big fluffy brush and wiping off any excess powder that might be on my face. Now I'm going to add some color to my lips. I have been loving NYX's Lip IV. It is the perfect lip stain for me, and I'm just rubbing this in here, and then I go ahead and use a paper towel to pretty much wipe off all the excess product and just make it look more like a stain and look a little bit more natural. And as I drink and eat throughout the day, it just becomes more and more natural. And now blush. I am using my blush from E.l.f. Cosmetics, and I love this blush. It is my go-to. It suits my skin tone really well, and so I just add this on, being sure to smile a little bit so I am getting it on my cheekbones, and then I just blend it out just because I don't want to ever have blush blindness and have too much blush on. The final steps are to put on my setting spray. I use a setting spray from Juvia's Place, the Ready Set Sealed. And then I usually go in with my one size spray and just make sure that my makeup doesn't go anywhere. I also, during the summer, use the one size primer. So I just want to make sure my makeup is set. I did not do the one size spray on my face on camera because I like to let my setting spray sit for a while before I do that. And here's the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am not a makeup artist, so this is what I do for me, and this is what works best for me. Hope you guys enjoy it. See you in the next video.